What's up? It's not JC9 up, and today I have a message for cisgender women and transgender women. So I understand everybody's side. Everybody feels hurt or offended by what the other party is saying. But my whole thing is this: it's okay. We all need to come together. But I'm speaking to black people, black women, cis and trans. All need to come together. Okay, this needs to stop. This is literally disgusting from both parties. If you're downing trans women, if you're downing cisgender women, it's disgusting. Stop it. Nobody's gatekeeping anything. God is the gatekeeper, if anything. If science allows y'all to have babies, I don't like, that's your business. Just don't hurt anybody, and then trans women, cisgender women shouldn't have a problem. If cisgender women they aren't like hurting anybody, they're not downing you, they're not talking about you, just let it go. And if trans women aren't downing you, hurting you in any way, let it go. I think a lot of people are old school, and it's hard to, okay, so I'm a little bit tired. Okay, so I am not, I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm not, no, it's not that I'm not fully here, but like, I'm tired and stuff like that. But let me continue on what I'm saying. We need to stop this. There's bigger things going on. First of all, they're finally about to let us know that aliens and stuff exist. That's why my content doesn't focus on drama and stuff like that, because there are other things going on. Eventually, I feel like everybody will catch on, and they'll start wanting to listen and watch content that is more educated, that you could do something with, and maybe, you know, like make you think, you know, get your brain grooving, you know what I mean? So back to what I was saying with the cis women and the trans women. I think we all need to come together, no matter your race. But right now, for my black people, African American people, we all need to really come together. Like, this is crazy. Every other race is coming together but us. This is like insane. I'm pretty sure when you go out the country, so when you go out the country, yeah, the rights are different for women in general. So that's even more of a reason for us to come together, because we are in a country that has rights. Let's really put on and start changing the whole entire world. We have bigger things we can be doing, like I said, influencing the world. That's what we do the best. I feel like we really influence the world, and we make people want to come here because of how we fought for our freedom and stuff like that. So let's continue on what history has shown us to do best, and to fight, to come together. Yeah, we we're not always perfect. Both sides are not perfect. Both sides be hating. Both sides have their own issues, and both sides need healing. I really believe that strongly. Both sides need healing. I love my cisgender women, especially my black women. I'm not saying it like that. I just feel like we need the most loving. I love my transgender women, especially my black transgender women. Don't mean no harm to it. Again, I just feel like my community needs the most loving and healing right now. We just need to heal. Makes me really sad and upset. I wanted to go back to a point that I had stated, just to kind of clear it up. Again, God made it that women have babies. Now, if science says that it's going to be a different way, let it be. Let it go. Everything is just how it's going to be. I think everybody should just understand that most women, and I say most women because I'm surrounded by, for me, let me say most women for me and my surroundings aren't even on that. They don't need like, we're so confused. Like, most women I'm surrounded by is like, where did this come from? Like, who's saying that? Like, who's gatekeeping pregnancy? Who's saying, like, I'm sure there's somebody saying that, but like, who's saying that publicly? I'm sure there's people who saying that, not in my circle, because I mean, we trying to eat. First of all, let's start there. Let's start there. Niggas is not worried about, well, the women that the cis women I'm surrounded by aren't worried about anything to do with nothing besides really eating and just growing, and probably their own drama, maybe with their man, their girlfriend, whatever, but things like that. Not focused on any other genders, really, besides the people probably they're dealing with. And all the trans women that I'm surrounded by aren't worried about any other gender. They don't hate. They just trying to grow, and they trying to eat. Like, all the women that I'm surrounded by are trying to eat. Like, the trans women that I surround myself by I'm sorry, I'm talking probably like, but the trans women that I'm surrounded by, they're not like that. Trust me. Like, they're not even worried about what women are doing. They don't put down cis women Well, of course not around me. If they do, not around me. And same for the cis women. If they talk about trans women, of course they don't do it around me. So I really just don't know why we're not spreading this all over. Like, this should be the norm. The norm should be, you know, we're this, like, we should all be shocked, like, because everybody should say they don't have people like that around them. And if you do, you're the problem, because you should be shutting that down on both sides. If you're a trans woman and you shouldn't be letting nobody talk about trans women or cis women in front of you. And if you're a cis woman, you shouldn't let nobody talk about cis women or trans women around you. Both sides. Don't down your people, don't down other people. Really just focus on yourself and eat. And that's why I love the people I'm surrounded by, because we're literally all confused. All of us cis women, all of us trans women are confused. That I'm surrounded by. Be like, just in shock. Like, not even, well, no, I shouldn't say in shock. We know that this happens, but it's just like, still, for real. They just announced aliens. Like, y'all really, I mean, I'm really speaking for myself, for real. I don't think everybody, I need to talk to everybody around me more about it, but everybody just, I just feel like, where did this come from? Like, this came out of nowhere. I wish we could all really figure out how we're gonna love each other, because that's just what's gonna have to happen. Like, everybody else, and I hate to say this again, but every other race comes together. Why aren't we coming together? And we are I like to say we are the leaders. We are the what you call that, the cheat sheet or whatever. We are, all of us black people, all of us black cis women, trans women, we are trendsetters, and we're better together than apart. We need to heal. Once again, like I said, I hate to keep repeating stuff, but we need to stop this. Nobody's trying to take over womanhood for cis women. They're just living in their own truth. Nobody's trying to take over and eliminate women or whatever like that. Oh, and another thing, what I really want to touch on, women need to stop saying to women in general, all women of all kind, need to stop saying anybody looks like a man. But if you do, maybe you're somebody's cup of tea anyway, so who cares? I really need to be on some type, like, fucking type shit, like, eat. Like, stop worrying about what people saying and eat. And also, we need to start a new trend where women say hi to each other, even if you don't know her, especially black women. If you don't know her, say hi, especially black women. I'm talking to black women right now. Black trans women, black cis women, say hi to each other. When you see each other, say hi. And keep pushing. I'm not saying start a conversation, just be like, hey, keep pushing. Just say hi, get more friendly, look out for each other, and stuff like that. That's how we start. By not, first of all, downing each other. Down, because, listen, trans women down trans women, cis women down cis women down trans women down cis women. Everybody downs everybody. They down people in their own community, they down people outside their community. It's like, you have to understand, when someone is downing someone, it doesn't stop or even start there. Probably who knows where it started at, because let's not even get into that, but it goes on and on. Whew, sorry guys, I was eating a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say on that. I just hope we really stop all of this, like, hate. This is really just, at this point, hate. It's like pointless to me and just petty, tedious. Like, it's too much. Looking at everybody going back and forth, it goes on and on, down in the comments. Like, that's how deep it is. Like, people arguing in the comments. It's just like, yo, every post, every video, it's real. It's not even that deep. I feel like I'm making it deeper than it is. When we can just move on and start somewhere and say, okay, so this happened. Okay, that happened. Then now, how are we gonna move on? Like, we're gonna keep talking about what happened? Are we gonna keep doing this back and forth, or how are we going to move on? That's my whole thing too. Okay, so if this was said, if cis women are calling other cis women men, and then saying this about this, and trans women are saying this about this, and yo, okay, that was said. What are we gonna do now? Let's move on. What are we gonna keep debating, keep going back and forth? Okay, now how do we move on? How do we come together? If y'all don't want to come together, that sucks. That really sucks. If y'all don't want to come together, that really sucks. And that just shows y'all gonna have to probably come back to earth a few more times. Like, you're not ready to heal and have love and peace. Now, if there's certain circumstances where I understand, but if, I don't even know how to say it, but y'all, we have to try something. And if we can't come together, that says a lot about us. And yeah, and I'm saying us because we are a team for real. And what one person does, whether you're a cis woman or trans woman, we all do. You have to understand, they looking at all of us the same. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're really no different in the end. As much as, you know, one side wants to be, or point out the differences from the other side, and the other side wants to say, we're all being looked at the same. And since I'm seeing more of black people doing it, that's why I want to speak to us and say, can we stop? Like, who's gonna stop? Who's gonna say, all right, I'm waving my flag? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who is gonna do it? Because I want you to know, they looking at us like, ugh. You don't see, you know, so-and-so and so-and-so arguing. Like, we can't do this. This is crazy. Okay? Stop with the insults. Stop with the downing. And this person and this person. Stop. On both sides. It just stop. Come together. As long as cis women aren't hurting anybody, or even themselves, let it go. As long as trans women aren't hurting anybody or themselves, let it go. Let me just please move on. And what was said was said. What was done was done. How are we going to move forward? Question mark. To all cis women and transgender women. That's a real question. How are we going to move on? How are we going to come together? You know what I'm saying? How are we going to come together? So, THT not out. That's pretty much it for this video. I know this video was kind of long and it was a lot of ranting as usual. But if you made this far, that's what's up. And I'm out.